Danielle with WIBW News Now, and we are here with Chef Kyle and getting excited because Cinco de Mayo is going to be here before you know it, and we're talking about carnitas today. Chef Kyle with Hy-Vee, thank you for allowing us to be in your kitchen again.
Absolutely, thank you for coming.
Walk us through the process of making carnitas, and what exactly are carnitas?
Carnitas are just, they can be made different ways with different meats, but the ones we're making today are pork carnitas, and it's typically a slow cooked meat that is stewed for a long time in liquid, and then you shred it up and you can put it in your taco.
Okay, so you've got pork that you've chopped up here already, and what kind is that?
This is actually pork ribbons.
Okay.
But it's basically the darker end of pork loin.
Okay.
So you can use pork loin, you can use pork butt, you can use just about any kind of pork meat that you like.
Even a pork roast, maybe?
Pork roast, absolutely. That would work. Any kind of raw pork.
Okay. Okay.
Absolutely. So we've got the pork here, and we've got our seasoning mixture, which is we like to call a fire seasoning mixture, just because there's cayenne pepper in there. There's oregano, there's paprika, granulated garlic, and a little bit of salt, some black pepper. So we'll have all that information on the with the video, but for now we'll call it the fire seasoning.
The fire.
Yeah. So we'll just drizzle that over there.
And you can be generous with this.
Absolutely. You want to have plenty on there, so you get it all nice and mixed around on there. Get it on there nice and thick. Good. All right.
And is this something, it looks like it would be crock pot friendly.
It would. It's absolutely would. You could just throw this in the crock pot with all your ingredients. You'd be set to go. All right, and then we're going to throw in our juice of 1 lime, juice of 1 orange, and soy sauce, Chinese soy sauce.
Ooh, so it's got a little bit of a citrus flair to it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then we want to add our cumin and our garlic.
And cumin is normally used when you're making chili.
Exactly, you can use it for chili, and it's usually used in most stewed products, Mexican products.
Okay.
A lot of different taco seasonings use it as well.
Okay.
So it's a really great flavor for Mexican.
Now, if people are familiar with the cocina truck that you're taking all across the city of Topeka, then they've already had this dish, correct?
Yeah, it's the pork carnitas that we serve there on the truck.
And may I say, it's one of the best. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
It was awesome.
Excellent, excellent. Great. So we've got our all of our seasonings in there, our pork. We're going to let that marinate for about an hour.
Okay.
At least an hour. Overnight would be best, but at least an hour. So we're going to pop this into the fridge and we marinated our pork for an hour. Taking it out, and we're ready to sear it. So what we do is we bring it over to our hot skillet, which we have been preheating. And we're going to put in a generous amount. This is about 4 tablespoons of oil. You can use canola oil, olive oil, any kind of oil that you have around the house. It doesn't.
So it doesn't have to be anything fancy.
Nothing fancy at all. So we're going to get that hot, and you always know that your oil is hot enough. A, when you put the stuff in, it sizzles, or B, if you see just a wisp of smoke come off.
Oh, okay.
So that's when you know that you've got hot oil. All right, we've got that turned up there. We want to turn it to about a medium high heat. There we go. So once that's nice and hot.
And do you need to let the meat kind of get to room temperature, or can you just take it out cold and stick it in the oil?
No, you can go straight to the oil.
Okay.
It's not that important. We've been marinating it, so it's got plenty of flavor in there, and it's going to be stewing for a long time, so we're not worried about tenderness. That's usually why you would let your meat come to room temperatures, because shocking meat into a skillet will tend to make it tough.
Okay.
So we're going to sear our pork.
You can hear that sizzle.
Oh yeah, you don't ever want to put the meat into a cold skillet, because it's going to be impossible to get your browning the way you want it. So we're just browning this real quick. We're not cooking it through yet.
Because that will be done a little bit later.
Exactly. It'll be done in the stewing process. There we go. Searing that off. You want to let them sit for about, a minute and a half to 2 minutes.
Okay.
And flip them over. You want to do it in small batches so that it doesn't crowd the pan and bring the temperature too far down, because then you won't get a good brown either.
Okay.
So once you got your nice sizzle going there, let it sit there for about a minute and a half. You don't want to mess with it too much, just to let that browning take place. All right. And then the other ingredient you should have here is your favorite cola.
Okay.
Whatever cola you drink is fine. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. Today we're using the Hy-Vee brand of cola.
Okay.
It's an excellent substitute for those other brands. It tastes just the same.
And everything that you have in this recipe is here at the store.
It is here.
So you don't have to go someplace else, like to a fancy food store to get certain ingredients. You can just go down to the Hy-Vee and find everything.
Absolutely can. I shopped for this stuff just before you came. Absolutely. It was a quick process. It took me about 10 minutes to grab everything, and I had several people ask me if I needed any help. Even though they know me, they always ask me if I need help, so that's good.
That's one of the nice things about Hy-Vee. Everybody's so friendly. And for those of us who are lazier in the winter months and don't want to do shopping ourselves, you've got a service that we could kind of talk about.
Absolutely. We've got the aisles online. It's perfect for those winter months, or for those people that just maybe homebound or need a little bit of assistance in shopping. It's a great process. It's a great service that we offer, and you can go online to Hy-Vee.com, and you can look up aisles online there, and they'll walk you through the process. It's a super simple, easy process, and you might avoid some of those impulse buys that you may.
That's true. You have to actually think through everything you're going to get.
Exactly. Just get your list and put it in there, and then you don't have to worry about those impulse buys that you might be getting at the line, or the cookies.
Like the chips?
Chips or the cookies that you like, but you may not actually need.
Exactly.
So we're just going to push some of this off to the side here, and we'll get the rest of our meat in there.
The nice thing about this particular meal is that if you wanted to do like a low carb thing with it, you don't have to use the tortillas. You could just use this with some guac and some pico de gallo, and then there's your meal.
Yeah. Throw it into a lettuce cup.
Yes.
Or, you don't even need it. If you want to just throw it all together and put in, you can put some rice with it.
Mm-hmm.
Super simple, super easy, very, like you said, carb-friendly
Yes.
diet right there.
So it's something that the entire family can eat and be cool with, because it's healthy too.
It's healthy, and it's got a little bit of spice to pick up the metabolism.
Mm-hmm.
So it does.
Who doesn't want to pick up the metabolism?
Exactly. So we're getting good browning on all these pieces. Good. All right. So then once that's all brown, we're just going to pour in this cola.
Now, in theory, if somebody wanted to do this on a Sunday and then put it like in the crock pot on the early Monday morning with the cola, that's all they would need to do.
For sure, that's all you need to do. You just want to cover the meat with the cola. Mm-hmm. And if you don't have enough of the cola, like we might see here, we can just top it off with a little bit of water.
Okay.
So then we pour in our cola. There we go. And like I said, you may need to top it off with a little bit of water, and we'll do that here.
And how much water would you say?
Just enough to cover it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not going to be it depends on the vessel that you're using, and it really depends on a lot of factors as far as surface area. So,
okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to bring that up to a boil. So we're going to raise the heat up just a little bit. So once that comes to a boil, which it is coming to now, I've got my oven set for 350 degrees. So we're just going to take the whole pot and put it right into the oven.
And to make sure that it is an oven-friendly skillet.
Absolutely, yeah. You want to make sure that you have a handle that is not plastic or any kind of rubber. Just be sure that you're careful when you take it out as well.
Yes. So and that'll be in there how long?
This is going to be in there for 2 hours.
Okay.
All right. So So there we go. Been cooking and reducing.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice. That looks amazing.
Just 2 hours in the oven, and you've got
Wow.
beautiful.
And the aroma is just, oh my gosh.
Yeah, we've got to get on that smell-o-vision. Right?
We do.
No, what I do is I just take some tongs and get our carnitas here.
And I know at the casino, you also do burrito bowls out of this too.
We do burrito bowls, we do burritos, tacos, quesadillas. If you can think of a way to put something into a tortilla or even just into a bowl, we'll find a way to do it. If you really want some salads or a nacho, we'll even go so far as to get you whatever you need. There we go. So we've got a nice full tortilla there. All right, and then we'll just top it off with a little bit of our pico de gallo. Great. Pico. Just take a rubber spatula and insert it into the side of that avocado, just to pop out a couple slices.
Oh, nice.
And you get some nice slices off of there. Good.
And this will feed how many?
You could feed a family of 4 very easily with this.
Okay.
Absolutely. And it's going to cost you right around the 20. I purchased all this for just around $20.
Nice. So it's budget friendly,
It's budget friendly. It's
family friendly, because they'll enjoy each and every bite of it, and even figure friendly, you know, if you're doing the corn tortilla or you just decide to do it in a bowl without the tortilla.
absolutely, that's what I love about tacos. It's portable, it's simple, you can eat on your feet, because I do a lot of that. It's just, and they're a lot of fun. Tacos are just always fun to eat. So
Absolutely.
please have
Thank
come
you.
in and make sure you enjoy your Cinco de Mayo.
Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. Cheers.
Cheers.